Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp.
So you didn't get people with the goggles on, that's what he said.
Firehouse. Go! Let's go. Go! Come on, let's go. Leave that, leave it.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. The existence of even a single agent provocateur from the federal government or from law enforcement on January 6th would implode the entire corporate media, Democrat Party, federal January 6th narrative. And now we know that there were confirmed feds in the audience. There were police officers dressed as MAGA supporters, instigating people to behave criminally, and those people were charged. We know this. It is entirely imploded. New video shows police officers inciting crowd on January 6th. Prosecutors desperately try to hide the footage. Why are they trying to hide the footage? They're trying to hide the footage because what that footage demonstrates is that organized police officers were inspiring and incentivizing criminal behavior on January 6th. Watch.
Let's go. Go!
Go.
Help him up! Hold on, wait! Push him up! Help me play this! Come on, let's go. Leave it.
Inspiring criminality, instigating the crowd. How many more of these officers were there? Were there any actual protesters there on January 6th? How many of these people fought with other cops? How many of these individuals broke the windows at the Capitol? These are the questions. How the hell did the Capitol doors get opened? Were these agents? Man, we have a lot of questions about this. The federal prosecutor admitted in court that 3 D.C. Metropolitan Police undercover officers acted as provocateurs on the northwest steps of the United States Capitol. The admission came on March 24th before U.S. District Judge Randolph Contreras that seeks to keep video footage shot by the officers under court seal. Why would they try and keep this footage from you? In the video, you can see the officers repeatedly chant, "Drain the swamp," and "Our house, our house, our house." That alone, the officers joining in the chants with the protesters, is enough to make this entire thing the Fed surrection. But it goes on. A little closer to the Capitol, video captures a protester shouting, "Joe Biden, we want to hear you speak, you expletive. Pedophile, Satanist, expletive." Huh? This is what the officers were shouting? The officers were calling Joe Biden a pedophile. A short time later, Officer 1 joined in the crowd chanting USA a couple of times. At the foot of the Northwest Stairs, someone leaned onto part of a bicycle rack. So here are the officers actually pushing over bicycle racks, and those are the bicycle racks being used to fight other police officers. Officer 1 got help from a protester climbing onto the barricade of the steps of the Capitol, then surveying the people, shouting, "Come on, let's go, 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 keep going, keep going, keep going." Whose house? Our house. These are the officers shouting this kind of stuff. Now you are starting to see enormous stockpiles of evidence against the police. Check this out. This is video of uniformed police officers going up to plainclothes dressed police officers dressed as MAGA supporters. Watch this.
Police? Yeah.
We're all police.
Your credentials?
Do you have your credentials? And they all whip out their badges. Look at that.
Appreciate it. That's all I needed.
This next video is from inside of the Capitol with a Capitol police officer talking about the unidentified undercover police officers he's run into during the riot.
Dark hair, black vest, thin blue tie, thing on, dark hair, and he's got like a little 27 or something on his hip. No police identification on him at all. I couldn't get to him because there were so many people. But just keep an eye on white male. White male, dark hair. All right. It looked like a grayish black, maybe digital.
Do your non-uniform guys have any identifiers, like wristband?
They will have a wristband. Their guns will have a candy stripe on the barrel.
Ooh, they'll have a wristband and their guns will have a candy stripe on the barrel. So the only people that are actually armed during this armed deadly insurrection were the police officers who were there undercover instigating it. Ladies and gentlemen, the existence of a single instigating Fed or officer means the entire narrative completely collapses. That is why the FBI and the DOJ refuse to answer questions like this.
Does the FBI have confidential human sources? Did the FBI have confidential human sources embedded within the January 6th protesters on January 6th of 2021?
Well, Congressman, as I'm sure you can appreciate, I have to be very careful about what I can say about when.
Even now, because that's what you
May I-
told us
may I
2 years
finish?
ago.
May I finish? About when we do and do not, and where we have and have not used confidential human sources. But to the extent that there's a suggestion, for example, that the FBI's confidential human sources or FBI employees in some way instigated or orchestrated January 6th, that's categorically false.
Did you have
Wait. So we have now footage on the record. We don't know if these guys were directly working for the feds. We know that they were working for the DC police office, which is tied with and run by the federal government. So DC is a federal state. So the DC police officers are there instigating. So that's categorically false, first off, from Director Wray.
confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters inside the Capitol on January the 6th prior to the doors being open?
Again, I had to be very careful.
It should
what
be
I
a
can
no. Can you not tell the American people no?
Because he would be lying under oath and then he'd go to prison. That's why. Ted Cruz asking the exact same question over in the Senate.
To the FBI. How many FBI agents or confidential informants actively participated in the events of January 6th?
Sir, I'm sure you can appreciate that I can't go into the specifics of sources and methods.
Did any FBI agents or confidential informants actively participate in the events of January 6th? Yes or no?
Sir, I can't answer that.
Because the answer is, of course, yes. This was, ladies and gentlemen, the Fedsurrection. Everything you know about this is a lie. You can see, obviously, here inside of the massive bombshell video from Capitol Police, the supposed violent insurrection inside of the U.S. Capitol, inside of the Senate chambers, every single individual here behaving orderly, following police orders, behaving peacefully, thanking the police officers, including but not limited to Jacob Chansley, who you'll see here up on the dais, up inside of the speaker well of the United States Senate, thanking the cops after praying for them. You've been lied to, ladies and gentlemen. You've been lied to. I mean, it is perhaps the biggest lie that your federal government has ever told to you. This side of the Patriot Act, this side of the Gulf of Tonkin, this side of the Kennedy assassination. Check this out, this reporting from Becker News. Federal prosecutor admits D.C. police officers acted as agent provocateurs during January 6th riot. Undercover video, a portion of which was posted online, shows 3 members of the Metropolitan Police Department, that's the D.C. Police, surveillance unit on the Capitol steps. The video footage has been reviewed and is consistent with the Epoch Time report. This video clearly shows undercover law enforcement officers urging crowds to advance up the stairs and the scaffolding towards the Capitol. This is what they put people in prison for the rest of their lives. The government may claim that incidents like this did not happen, but they did. And now you need to throw out these prosecutions. Becker News links the court filings because now January 6th defendants are starting to argue, wait a second, I was welcomed into the Capitol. There's a January 6th defendant that was cleared of all charges. He had multiple federal charges brought against him, cleared on all charges because he was able to prove that the cops waved him in. Check out this graphic. These are the undercover officers right at the very front of the breach. There was a breaching team on January 6th. There were individuals like Ray Epps shouting, we need to go into the Capitol. And those people haven't been charged. And those people can't explain why. What was going on? This entire operation, ladies and gentlemen, is starting to look completely and totally like a Fedsurrection. It's starting to look like a trap. A trap for fellow Americans to have their lives destroyed by the deep state and to be entrapped by people who had planned this all along. Dangerous, dangerous stuff. So now you have the smoking gun, literal proof that you have been totally lied to and that January 6th was a massive setup for these individuals, instigated by police officers, undercover informants, and by feds. And we need real answers to this. It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting for a better America, it's your boy, Benny.